Yesterday, I did a video on this huge update for the upcoming Marvel Studios Echo Disney Plus series because, of course, now Charlie Cox's Daredevil and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin have both been officially confirmed for that show. We also have Jessica Jones making a return, so there's some super duper exciting stuff going on with this series. It's gone from being a show about a character that appeared in Hawkeye, is getting her own spin-off, and, we enjoyed her there, but it's still kind of like, what are you going to do with a whole show about her? And now it's gone to being one of our most anticipated projects of the coming years of the MCU. And definitely make sure to check out that video if you haven't already. But today, continuing on that trend of kind of restoring the Netflix Defenders Daredevil side of things in the MCU, we are now talking about Bullseye. So, Wilson Bethel, of course, played Bullseye in Daredevil Season 3, or at least kind of a proto-Bullseye before he officially became Bullseye, which was set up at the end of that season, but never actually ended up happening because we didn't get Season 4, but can now happen in the MCU, because we have a new report coming at us from Daniel RPK, of course, Daniel RPK being one of our most trusted sources, who is claiming that Wilson Bethel is returning as Bullseye for the Echo Disney Plus series. Now, Daniel RPK himself did not specifically tweet this out or anything. It's actually just on his Patreon, and we know that he kind of differentiates things, like if he has like a 100% confirmed scoop, like he'll tweet it out, but if it's unconfirmed, it'll be on his Patreon, so it's less likely that this is actually true. But even besides Daniel RPK's Patreon, multiple other sources and scoopers have also mentioned the return of Wilson Bethel as Bullseye in the MCU, and honestly, with seeing Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Kingpin, all these characters coming back for Echo, it makes sense that Bullseye would as well. Now, we do have some other information and details given to us from the Den of Nerds, another channel on YouTube, who has their own sources as well. And it said that their sources told them that apparently this Echo series is going to be featuring Daredevil as the main villain. So Echo is supposedly going to be teaming up with Kingpin to fight Daredevil, because it's going to be just like in the comics where, of course, Kingpin is her adopted father, and he kind of misguides her, of course, because Daredevil is his arch enemy, so he makes it seem like Daredevil is the bad guy, especially considering that both Maya, aka Echo, and Kingpin are in the world of organized crime. Daredevil going around and stopping organized crime. You could see him as the villain from their perspective. So I think that's going to be really, really cool. But we also know that Daredevil and Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock is going to be searching for Jessica Jones in this series. So why is he going to be doing that? Why does he need her help? Well, maybe it's because actually there's more layers to this. Maybe actually this could connect back to Bullseye. Maybe Daredevil actually is like an actual villain in this series, and it's not actually Matt Murdock, and it's actually Wilson Bethel's Bullseye disguised as Daredevil once again, as he was in Daredevil Season 3, and that's kind of lending over to the idea of what we talked about in yesterday's video with Daredevil wearing the black and red suit in this Echo series to kind of clear his name after the Devil of Hell's Kitchen was seen committing these crimes and murdering people in Daredevil Season 3, assuming that is canon, that now he's kind of lying low with this new identity, this new black and red suit. And that could be really, really cool. I think that would be really awesome, and honestly a great way to bring Bullseye back into the story, and then hopefully eventually give him an actual, more comics accurate suit as well. And on top of that, Bullseye, I think, could be a great character just to bring into the MCU in general, even aside from this series. Obviously, go on to be in the Daredevil series on Disney Plus, that rebooted Disney Plus series. But also, I think, for the Thunderbolts, because Bullseye has been a big part of the Thunderbolts in the comics. It was recently confirmed that Marvel Studios is officially developing a Thunderbolts movie for the MCU, and I think Bullseye would be a great addition to that team. It's a lot of kind of street level, lower powered villains, and especially if they want to do kind of a dark Avengers twist to it, you could see Bullseye be kind of the dark version or evil version of either Daredevil or Hawkeye as well, and that's also another possibility. Bring Bullseye into the world of Hawkeye, because he's also been known as a Hawkeye villain in the comics as well. So bringing in Wilson Bethel as Bullseye, I think, is a great idea. I mean, Wilson Bethel was amazing in that role on Daredevil Season 3. That was an amazing character. I love what they did with him. So to bring back that character, that actor, and bring him into this more realized world of the MCU, get all these crossovers with these other characters, opens up a lot of possibilities for the future. And this is something I'm really, really excited for. But guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. What do you think about the possibility of Wilson Bethel returning as Bullseye for the Marvel Studios Echo Disney Plus series and to the MCU in general? So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything goes on in the Marvel life.